Greetings, everyone. I'm Anthony Brown. It's about that time as your humble servant leader to share with you some thoughts from the National Alumni Council and the UNCF impact in Northern Ohio. I must say that this year has been a year of resiliency for historically black colleges and universities, from notable contributions from Robert Smith, Mackenzie Scott, Reed Hastings, and so many other donors and foundations. HBCUs saw an upsurge in philanthropic efforts after the countless injustices in our community, which sparked an awakening of an age-old conversation against racism, classism, and any other kind of ism across the country. Even more, UNCF was at the forefront of the conversations when African American families were disproportionately impacted by the coronavirus. As you know, in March 2020, a case was made to Congress to secure more than $1 billion, an additional $1.7 billion in December 2020, with even more funding and resources dedicated solely to support HBCUs, tribal colleges, and minority-serving institutions in 2021. This support also forgave federal loans that many HBCUs acquired to improve their campuses. Our students, many of whom are eligible for the Pell Grant, which is a federal financial aid program for low-income students, have been hit hard by the pandemic and its after effects. HBCUs saw fit to prioritize these kinds of dollars to wipe out student debt. Even our alumni, college students, advocates, and local communities have been rallying across the country to increase social justice and philanthropic and engagement efforts to support the work and advancement of empowering our systems of reform. Talk about being resilient and wanting to make a change. Just a few days ago, our HBCU alumni community hosted their HBCU send-off as a drive-by event here in Cleveland. This was an amazing turnout with volunteers from Enterprise, Dominion, First Energy, along with members of the National Alumni Council of Greater Cleveland. Throughout the day, they engaged with more than 80 students and families preparing to enroll or return to an HBCU campus this fall. As a matter of fact, I had a chance to do a drive-by myself to see some of the activity and meet the students. Here's a quick clip.
I'm Heather.
Hey, I'm Anthony. What's really happening?
And so we are coming to you today to talk about our 8th annual HBCU Students
OMG, can you believe when we started this 9 years ago, we just had the idea. It's a thought saying, hey, let's do this cookout together.
And we gave out school supplies.
And a laundry basket.
Yes.
And a couple raffle gift cards.
Yes, on the blacktop of HBCU Prep over there on Shaker.
Woo! But we had a great time, but it was hot that day. It was a Sunday.
It was. And all the alums was out. And now we just keep growing and growing. And now we started out the day with 81 trunks. And that's all we got left.
And our goal was 75. And now we've done over 80 trunks to help deserving students who are on their way to an HBCU. Now, these students we've met throughout the year at our college fair, virtual. We've met them in our workshops. We've met them maybe if we work in the school system. We've been mentoring through our fraternity and sorority programs. Now, we're about to send them off to college in a grand way.
Yep, and it all comes full circle. It's our last event, and we want to meet them, greet them, show them some love. They've been in the pandemic, they've been virtual. So, we want to make sure we put a face to a name so that they can know who we are when they come home for breaks.
They have been definitely resilient.
Yes.
They've been able to bounce back from all of this and doing some great things. Listen, I need to make sure, I'm going to forget somebody, but can we acknowledge First Energy?
Yes.
Can we thank Enterprise? Can we thank, I'm just going to say, the National Alumni Council of Greater Cleveland and all of the affiliate organizations?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Warrensville High School District.
Yes.
Because we are here on their beautiful grounds. They gave us, free reign to do what we wanted to do.
So shout out to Mrs. Jolly, superintendent, who's a Morris Brown graduate.
Yep. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else? I think that covers the...
Oh, shout out to Laura Williams, the president of the Cleveland Council of Black Colleges. Got to show her some love now. Who's walking past right now? Yeah. So I'm excited about all this.
All right. I was like, we just wanted to stop in and say, hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Not only did the students receive some great dorm essentials in a Foot Locker, over 200 students from the Northeast Ohio area applied for a number of scholarships offered by the council. Right now, they manage the Joyce R. Terrell Memorial Scholarship, the Anthony H. Brown HBCU Art Scholarship, and the Northern Ohio UNCF Scholars Program. It's because of donors like you that allow the group to continue to make a positive impact in the community. I personally would like to say thank you once again to the Nordson Corporation for their gift of $10,000 towards our scholarship program. If you would like to support these scholarship efforts, be sure to contact the Cleveland UNCF office or check out the links in the description or the eBlast newsletter for more information. Better still, the Alumni Council welcomes you to have a seat at their table to assist in the active programming throughout the year. And speaking of supporting UNCF, join us on September 18th to celebrate our students and schools during our National Virtual Walk for Education. We set a modest goal of $1.5 million last year, and we raised nearly $3 million. Now you can make a difference and have fun while you enjoy your favorite activity. You can walk, run, cycle, and dance, all in honor of supporting historically Black colleges and universities. Now be sure to sign up with your local UNCF office to be a part of the excitement on September 18th. Now listen, I have held you long enough, and let me say thank you again for supporting UNCF and allow me to leave with you this encouraging word. Don't worry about calming the storm. Calm yourself. The storm will pass. It is bound to happen, and you will end up in a storm, and I don't mean just literally. That storm could also be financial, emotional, or even situational. The best thing to do is to get yourself together, center and focus on self. You made it this far. What makes you think you won't make it any further? So despite all of the challenges that our HBCUs and students have gone through this past year, know that we have been resilient. Now I want you to go out and get out of those wet clothes. Dry yourself off, because this too shall pass. Until then, remember, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in.